Today, we're breaking out the rotisserie basket and we're doing some smoked wings, then we're cranking it up for a nice crispy wing. They're gonna be delicious. Let's get into it. What's up, barbecue fans? Welcome back to Patio. My name's Jake. You're watching Mama Cook. Today on the channel, we're doing some wings. We're breaking out the rotisserie basket. I haven't done them yet. It's about time. You guys, if you've been here for a little while, you know I love me some wings. So today we're breaking out the rotisserie. We're gonna throw those wings in the basket, rotate them around, smoke them up, sear them up, and hopefully in the end we end up with some smoky, crispy, delicious wings. Let's fire this guy up. So before we can start this guy up, gotta rake out all the ash from our previous cook. Then we grab our ashtray. And as you can see, just gotta dump this out. We'll see if we got any more left here. Nope, we're good. So today we're using some coffee lump. As the name implies, it's lump that's made from coffee wood, and it actually imparts a really nice flavor on it. I've got a ton of it, so we're gonna use some of that. And because the element is at the bottom here, we'll let that start up, and then we'll use our rake and rake it to the back. Let's put our rotisserie in place, like so. Close this up, but we'll turn this on. Because the lid is already open, it knows that we're going to use some type of accessory. So we're going to use the rotisserie. And we'll come set our temperature. It's going to tell me to close my vent. And I'm going to start this low around 300. Lock in my temperature. It's going to tell me to adjust my top vent, which we'll do here in a sec, but we'll push this automatic fire starter. Then we'll lock in our vent here a little bit. And this is saying just barely open. So we're going to go maybe a quarter inch just past the first line here. Then we'll wait for it to get up temp. So it's been about 15 minutes. We've got a good bit of cool started. We're already up to temperature. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of scrape these up over to the side a little bit. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna put the heat a little bit on the back side here, so we're not directly over the coals the entire time, and we can get a little bit of flavor into our wings. The other thing I'm gonna do while we're in here is I'm just gonna throw a piece of wood down in there. I do want to get some smoke flavor into these wings. So it's been about 15 minutes. Our Kamado Joe is up to temperature. On the dome, we're reading around 315 or so. On our controller, we're reading 380. Now remember, the sensor for the controller is at the back in the middle. You can see it, or you probably can't see it because it's dark, but it's right in the back there. So I just raked all the coals to the back. When you do something like that, you've got to take the controller temperature with a grain of salt, right? Really what I'm using this for when it comes to the rotisserie is just for starting it up and kind of managing my temperatures a little bit, but we're gonna use the dome for the most part. We've got about 3 pounds of chicken wings here. These are just Costco organic wings. Just took them out of the package, and I've got myself some Yoder chicken rub. This stuff is actually pretty delicious, and it's got a little bit of smoky, sweet flavor to it, and it finishes with a little bit of heat. So we're gonna just give a good, healthy coating of these guys. I didn't dry these off or anything. Obviously, we're going over some hot coals there, so I'm not too worried about dry brining or drying them off too much. They'll dry out on their own. I just want to give a good coating all over. Now, I will say, if you overdo this and you're not a fan of heat like me, that heat will sneak up on you. But if you just do a moderate coating, it's a nice little heat in the background. And that'll do that. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use this basket, which I have not done some wings on yet, so I'm excited about doing that. But what we'll do here is we'll put this guy together like so. I'm just gonna put this on the higher rack so I've got the most room available. Now, one thing to note, you might notice how nice and shiny this guy is. The first time I used this, we did some picanha. It definitely got dark as I cooked it over the coals. All I did for this guy is sit it in a Home Depot 5-gallon bucket with some Simply Green, about 9 to 1. Just let it sit there for 24 hours or so. and then took a light scrub brush, rinsed off with water, and it came out brand new. So just a little trick there. Let me dump these guys in real quick. Put that back there. Put this guy on like so. Make sure we're nice and locked in the place. Let me just turn this over. So you can see we've got this little clip here. I'm actually going to put this on the bottom so I can come up from below. But what we'll do here is we will go in the back like so and just slide that up. Clip that into place, and there you go. Now you can see we've got a fair amount of smoke rolling here. Now lots of people are scared of dirty smoke. In this particular situation, the wings are only going to be on there in the smoke for about 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to really fire up those coals and cook it over the embers. So we're going to put a little bit of extra smoke flavor in there right in the beginning. So we're just putting this guy in the one end here, setting it on, and just like that. We got some tumbling action, we're good to go. We're gonna let these guys go for about 10 minutes. I'll bring you back in a little bit. So it's actually been about 20 minutes. Let's have a look. You can hear that sizzle and it's smelling delicious. Stop this, just see if we can get to one of these guys. And that one's saying 153. That one's a little higher at 159. So these are in really good shape. So we've got a little ways to go, but we want to get them off. Got some smoke flavor into them. Now we want to get them crisped up. So let's take them off here real quick. Let them sizzle away. And what we'll do is we're going to take off the rotisserie. We'll use our rake. We'll kind of spread these out a little bit so we can cook directly over the coals. You can see our fans come on and it's stoking these, which is gonna get us up to searing temperature pretty darn quickly. We'll put our divide and conquer in. And this is hot, so we're definitely not gonna need to be down too low. And we'll just let our grates get up to temperature here real quick. Now the nice thing is that fan's keeping that fire nice and hot. I'm gonna dump my wings right in there. Let's kind of get these guys all aligned so they can all get over the fire. You can tell it's hot, we're sizzling away right away. Now don't go too far because this is hot. These are gonna cook pretty quick. Just like that, we got some wings to try here. They've got to cool down a little bit. We went 20 minutes in the rotisserie. Then we went about 10 minutes on the top grate. Maybe not even that, maybe 8 minutes. Got them nice and charred. Now, I like myself a little bit of a char wing. So if you don't like them as charred as I like them, don't cook them quite that much. Then what I did is I put them in a bowl, we put some sauce in them. Then I threw them back on for maybe a minute and a half. Now we pulled them off. Now the most difficult part is we've got to wait. While we're waiting, let's talk about the contest. So every Tuesday to Tuesday and every Thursday to Thursday, I do videos. So super easy to enter. All you got to do, you got to be subscribed to the channel. You gotta like the video and you have to comment down below. For this video, we'll do hashtag Connected Joe and hashtag smoked wings. Leave a comment down below. Next week, I'll use a random comment generator, and if your comment's picked, you'll win a $25 gift card to appbbq.com. If you happen to be a Patreon member, it starts at $5. 3 people have won that are Patreon members. I double it and make it $50, so it's well worth your time to support the channel and become a Patreon member. Let's see how we did. Really good flavor. Let me try one more for a second here. Really good flavor. You can taste that smoke coming through there. What I'm not getting as much as I expected was the crispiness of the skin. I figured if we're gonna be over the fire near the end, I don't have to take any additional steps to get the crispiness I'm looking for. These really didn't sit with sauce on them that long. It's only been 5 minutes. It wasn't even 10, I couldn't wait that long. And they've got some crunch, but not quite as much as I'm looking for. So we got some things to address next time. Overall, I mean, great flavor. We can taste that smoke coming through. This Yoder seasoning, I gotta tell you, if you haven't tried it, it's worth trying. It's got some sweet smokiness that comes through, and then just a little bit of heat at the end. Throw on your favorite sauce. This one's one from out of Canada, just a mild sauce. But I really like how the smoke's coming through. I just want a little bit more of a crispier wing. So we've got a little bit more work to do. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to see more Kamado Joe content, subscribe down below. I'll see you next Thursday. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you soon.